I get all confused about the labels, stewards of the land and all of that. Another label that's really come up and it's taken on its own meaning for me, it's New World Order. And being an anarchist, I don't like any kind of orders, so. But that's the title of this short little piece. And most of you know what 1080 is, I assume. It was some pretty potent poison that how we controlled rodents and predators. One of those poisons that killed several times. Whatever ate the poisoned animal, it died, and so forth, right on down the line. Once 1080 was outlawed, coyote, bobcat, and hawk called for a truce and New World Order. They agreed to offer ground squirrel endangered species status until rattlesnake rid the planet of man.
For some 15 years, I cowboyed on a pretty good size outfit in the Davis Mountains of West Texas. And the place was largely unfenced. We relied on canyons, rim rocks, natural boundaries of that sort to turn the cattle. There was a big rim rock running practically the whole length of the ranch from north to south on the eastern side, and it formed our eastern boundary. Big high sheer rim rock, and served a couple of purposes. It kept the cattle from drifting onto the neighboring ranch without any wire. And it was also a good place to go to pause and reflect and make decisions and clear the cobwebs. And I think probably Bruce Kiskadden maybe had found such a place when he wrote a poem called A Time to Decide. Have you ever stood on the ledges at the brink of a great plateau, looked from their jagged edges on the country that lay below, where your vision met no resistance and there was nothing to stop your gaze, till the mountain peaks in the distance stood wrapped in a purple haze? On the winding water courses and the trails on the mountainside, where you guided your patient horses on your long and lonesome rides, where you saw earth's open pages and you seemed to understand as you gazed on the work of ages, rugged and rough but grand. There, the things you considered strongest, those things that you thought were great and for which you had strived the longest, seemed to carry but little weight, while those things that were always nearer, the things that you thought were small, seemed to stand out grander and clearer as you looked from the mountain wall. While you're gazing on such a vision and your outlook is clear and wide, if you have to make a decision, that's the time and the place to decide. And although you return to the city to mingle again with the throng, though your heart may be softened by pity or bitter from strife and wrong, though others may laugh in derision and that voice from the past grow dim, you stick to the cool decision that you made on the mountain rim.
This is a Bruce Kiskadden poem that Hal Cannon set to music. And when I learned it, I think I messed up his melody a little bit, but anyway, he lets me get by with it. And, it's called I'm Hitting a Trail Tonight. This is in 4/4 time, man. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The moon rides high in a cloudless sky, the stars are shining bright. The dark pines glow on the hills below, the mountains are capped with white. The spurs they ring and a song I sing is set to my horse's stride. We gallop along to an old-time song as out on the trail we ride. I'm hitting the trail tonight, I'm hitting the trail tonight. My horse is pulling the bridle reins, I'm hitting the trail tonight. You can hear the sound as he strikes the ground on the frozen trail below. Hook beats it as he fights a bit, he's a slinging his head to go. Ride the trail till the stars turn pale and camp at the break of dawn. Nobody will know which way I go, they'll only know I'm gone. I'm hitting the trail tonight, I'm hitting the trail tonight. My horse is pulling the bridle reins, I'm hitting the trail tonight. I did not try to say goodbye, let somebody else do that. I'll ride alone and find a home wherever I hang my hat. Let people who sit and talk explain just whether I'm wrong or right. My horse is pulling the bridle reins, I'm hitting the trail tonight. I'm hitting the trail tonight, I'm hitting the trail tonight. My horse is pulling the bridle reins, I'm hitting the trail tonight. The moon shines down on the rolling plains and the tops of the mountains fly. My horse is pulling the bridle reins, I'm hitting the trail tonight. I'm hitting the trail tonight, I'm hitting the trail tonight. My horse is pulling the bridle reins, I'm hitting the trail tonight.
Dogs seem to be a good theme. Now, I fancy my ability evaluating horse flesh, but when it comes to picking dogs, I'm a far cry from the best. He's been barred from the canine race. He'll lick himself, then chew on roadkill, and lovingly kiss your face. He's full of fleas and ticks and bugs and bathes himself in skunk juice. And heaven help your female dog if he's out there cutting loose. His nose is full of porky quills and he drools all the time. The fact his mother wasn't spayed should be a hanging crime. But there's one thing my old dog does that fulfills this cowboy's wishes. For all of his disgusting ways, he's darn good at licking off the dishes.